Prosper in secret when God blesses you quietly. Not everything God does in your life needs to be posted. Not every breakthrough has to be broadcast. Not every blessing demands an announcement. Some of the most powerful moves of God happen in secret. Prosper in secret and let your achievements tell the story. This is not the way of the world, but it is the way of the kingdom. From Genesis to Revelation, we see it. God works in the quiet before he reveals in the open. Let's begin with Abraham. Now the Lord had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. Genesis 12:1. Notice, God didn't tell Abraham to bring a crowd. He didn't tell him to announce it. He said, Go, leave, trust me. No map, no followers, no claps or cameras, just obedience. And that secret step of obedience changed human history. Now let's look at Isaac. He was a man of quiet strength. He didn't fight for recognition. He just kept working, digging wells, moving forward, staying faithful. And the servants of Isaac digged in the valley and found there a well of springing water. Genesis 26:19. But the Philistines kept filling them up, out of jealousy. Every time Isaac prospered, they fought him. So what did Isaac do? He didn't argue. He didn't clap back. He just moved forward and dug another well. Eventually they said, We see plainly that the Lord has been with you. Genesis 26:28. You don't have to explain success that speaks for itself. Jacob worked under Laban, a man who tried to cheat him. Yet in the middle of manipulation, Jacob grew, quietly, strategically, prayerfully. And eventually Jacob's increase became so undeniable that even his enemies had to acknowledge it. His prosperity wasn't in his voice. It was in his fruit. Now let's bring this into your world. Maybe you're starting a business. Maybe you're building a ministry. Maybe you're praying through a season of healing or walking through a calling no one understands. The temptation is to tell everyone, to prove yourself, to show people how far you've come. But listen carefully. Let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth, a stranger, and not thine own lips. Proverbs 27:2. There is power in private obedience, and peace in not having to prove yourself. Even Jesus, the Son of God, waited. He spent 30 years in the shadows. No spotlight, no platform, no miracles, just faithfulness, carpentry, obedience. And when it was time, the Father said, This is my beloved Son. Not when he was born, not when he was in the temple, but when he was ready. Your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you openly. Matthew 6:4. Joseph was thrown into a pit, then into prison. Years before the palace, David was anointed king, but returned to the field to tend sheep. Esther hid her identity until the right moment to speak up. In every case, God was preparing them quietly. The waiting wasn't wasted. The silence wasn't absence. The secret season was a setup for something greater. So why does God often work in silence? Because he's building your character, patience, strength, trust. If God gave you the spotlight too early, it would crush you. But when he grows you in secret, no platform, no crowd, no recognition, you become strong enough to carry the weight of the blessing when it comes. If you're in a season of silence where no one sees your effort, where you feel overlooked, underestimated, or forgotten, you are not behind. You are being built. You are not hidden from purpose. You are hidden for it. Just like a seed planted in the soil. Just like a baby formed in the womb. Just like a vision refined in the wilderness. What's unseen isn't unimportant. Being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it. Philippians 1:6. You don't need everyone to understand. You don't need the world to validate you. If God called you, he will announce you. When the season is right, you won't have to push the door open. God will swing it wide, and everything you build in the dark will shine in the light. You won't have to say a word. Your fruit will speak. Your peace will preach. Your humility will speak louder than your platform. Your testimony will do the talking. Because when God prospers you, it won't be a performance. It will be proof. So, child of God, keep praying, keep building, keep trusting. Don't despise your hidden season. Don't curse the silence. Don't underestimate the God who works behind the curtain. Though your beginning was small, your latter end shall greatly increase. Job 8:7. Let your achievements tell the story. Let God write the narrative. Let heaven be your voice. You don't need to announce every move. You don't need to prove every calling. You don't need to fear being unseen, because when the time is right, God will lift you in such a way that only He can get the glory.